1 Corinthians 13, 4-8. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. David Dwayne Moore, do you take Cynthia Lynn Martin as your lawfully wedded wife, to hold and to cherish for all your days, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor? I do. The wedding day, the day we all dream of, even if we never admit it. But how do we get here? How do we come to a place where we want to marry someone? The answer is love, right? You fall in love, you get married. You fall out of love, well, you get a divorce. But isn't there something more to it than that? Isn't there something more to this type of love? Today I stand here and I wholeheartedly believe that genuine love is a decision and not a feeling. But I do want to say that I am no expert on this topic. But I have studied for many weeks the effects of love and how what many pastors and many theologians and authors believe, and also through personal devotional study. I want you to try to be countercultural today, to be like Jesus was, to look at love differently than our culture. First, I'm going to talk about the misconception of love. Then, I'm going to talk about where we find our fulfillment and where it should actually be found. And lastly, I'll talk about what we do once we find the source of life. But first, let's talk about the most common misconception of love. Romantic love is genuine love. Take this classic example. Winning that ticket, Rose, was the best thing that ever happened to me. It brought me to you, and I'm thankful for that. Rose, I'm thankful. You must do me this honor. Promise me you'll survive, that you won't give up no matter what happens, no matter how hopeless. Promise me now, Rose, and never let go of that promise. I promise. Never let go. I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go. Classic example from, I'm sure many of you know, the movie Titanic. In this movie, most people think that there is one type of love displayed, romantic love, which is chasing your heart, chasing your dreams, doing everything to follow your heart. In the Bible, this is known as eros, that's the Greek. But when Jack lays down his life for Rose, this is a different kind of love. This is agape. And this is genuine love. Beyond Ideal author Douglas Brower states, agape is being able to see a person as a separate and distinct being, not meant to serve yourself. So agape is being able to be sacrificial and active all the time. And this is God's love for us. It is letting God lead your heart, not following. Now, we don't normally, though, myself included, let God lead our heart. Instead, we try to find our fulfillment in other things, our love in other things. So according to Gary Smalley, a well-known pastor and author of Love is a Decision, we looked at 3 different areas for fulfillment. To things, if only I had this, I'd be happy. To places, if only I lived here, I'd be happy. And to people, if only I had this person in my life, then I'd finally be happy. But the truth is, only negative will come when we rely on these 3 things for the source of life. It's like 2 dry sponges trying to be soaked by water, but they're both dry. They're never going to fill the other when the source of water is over here. The source of life is Jesus Christ. Only in him can you find unconditional acceptance, love, peace, and joy. Only you can be filled by him. Now, I'm sure you asked as I did, how does any of this have to do with making genuine love a decision? I have to answer that it affects everything. According to Jesus in the Gospels, the love which Jesus took was not a merit-based achievement. It is a response to God's prior love, wholehearted response to all that God has done and is. It is when God gave us his love, we respond because of that love he had for us. Our response, we overflow with his love, and we serve others. That is the key. Stephen and Alex Kendrick, creators of the movie Fireproof and The Love Dare, state, genuine love always does what is best for others. It is no longer about you. It is no longer about what you can get from a relationship. Genuine love is not about you at all. In fact, it is about asking, how can I serve? How can I better you? How can I honor you? Honoring reflects what matters most. In the Bible, the biblical authors valued honoring above submission, which in Western culture it's the opposite. Honor the Lord God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. We are to honor someone above ourselves and put them and sacrifice for them. Gary Smalley also states that genuine love is a daily decision to be selfless and sacrificial, regardless of reward or personal cost. No matter what happens, we have to love, no matter what we get from it. Are you beginning to get the picture? That romantic love is important, but it's only the beginning. Brower states that you take this feeling, this romantic love, and you make it something so much more. Romantic love, if you can imagine it, it's like a springboard. It gets you started. You're on the diving board and you're ready to go and jump in. But that momentum that gets you into the water doesn't last forever. You have to swim. You have to make the strokes in order to finish the race. Genuine love, it's up to you. Not only is it up to you, but you have to serve even when it hurts. And this will always include forgiving when they don't deserve it. We're able to offer this forgiveness because of what Christ did for us, and in result, we're translating divine language into our own lives. So, deciding to love means being the first to serve, the first to honor, and the first to forgive. In conclusion, genuine love is a decision springboarded by romantic love, by the feeling. Our fulfillment does not come from people, places, or things, but from Christ alone. Once we're filled by Christ, once we are plugged into the source of power, our lamp can shine, and we can spread our light and love to others and serve genuinely, without need for what happens to us. Stephen and Alex Kendrick sum it up best. The truth is, love is a decision, not just a feeling. It is selfless, sacrificial, and transformational. So you might ask, how do we apply this in our daily lives, in our marriages, our dating lives, our romantic lives? Well, Brower states, it is not so much about finding the right person as it is being the right person. It is being someone who will serve and honor no matter what the other person does for us. Now, once we're filled by Christ, we could be a new generation of husbands and wives, girlfriends and boyfriends, friends and strangers. We could show agape, to serve, to sacrifice, to transform, and to forgive. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, for whoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. The cross, agape, genuine.